Hey, this is Nick the Mining Book Guy. Today I've got a special book here that hasn't been wide released yet. It's Speculator by Doug Casey and John Hunt, and I have a fun little story. I wasn't expecting to read this. This is actually the first book I've received pre-release. I received it free. I have a new online buddy, Peter Bell, aka at Newton on CEO.CA. I really appreciate that he recommended that I and maybe some other people, read this early, but I appreciated that and was able to get a free copy sent to me by John Hunt. And, I'm so glad I did because I just finished up the book as we're recording. It's only a few days before release. And I wanted to create this video to, not only help them out, but that I really enjoyed this book, regardless of any bias in that way. And I think that what's most important here is to say that the book really surprised me in that how it included so many real-world aspects, not just mining, but other, worldly type things, things that I know that Doug Casey, for instance, has been involved with, but has fictionalized, and it works out so well. It really is a page turner, but going back specifically to the title, Speculator, it really captures the essence beyond just speculating on mining stocks. And I just loved how luck, intuition, developing good judgment are interspersed throughout the book. In some areas, it, blatantly, you learn, how that applies, but it's really all over the book. And I think that's something maybe not everyone would hone in on, but for me and for you, the viewers of, the Mining Book Guy channel, that is absolutely key because there's not another book out there that does this so well and blends it in with a great story. In addition, there were a few other things that I think really took me. That the characters were so worldly, and I love it that this is the first book in the High Ground novel series. That there's going to be more books. I don't want to give away the story, but I feel that there is some closure, and you're really looking forward to more, and you're probably going to have a much wider range of characters. The villains, again, without giving them away, are really well done, and I think that's what makes the story element of it. I would also say that I really like the distinction between speculator, investor, trader, and gambler. 4 different things. And just to use myself as an example, I am definitely a speculator with maybe a little bit of investing, a moderate amount of gambling in there, but definitely not a trader. For a lot of people, they kind of combine all those things. This book really also helps clarify that, and that's really important. And again, this is beyond just the good story. This is stuff that's interspersed and makes it fun to read. I guess if there was one, it's hard to find negatives here. This is a lot of fun, but I really do want to point out, especially for my viewers, that the book hinges on a lot of all or nothing type speculations because we're talking about, discovery of a gold mine, and we're talking about buying, lots of shares and all of this, that. These are things that, could apply to the real junior mining landscape. There's no reason in the real world that you have to be all or nothing. And this is obviously a fictionalized story, but I really want to emphasize that. And from a position sizing aspect, I may make another video on this in the future, but a lot of things that make this story interesting, you actually can make a lot of money and reduce your risk by not doing some of the things in the book. So I just wanted to point that out because I think it's just a perfect example of how a fictionalized story can apply to the real world. And some of the things in here you absolutely want to apply the same way, but some of them you learn from it and then you apply it in your own particular way. But in any case, I'm really looking forward to a future book. Again, I loved receiving this early. Make sure to pre-order if you're seeing this right away, or just buy it because it's going to come out in a few days. And I hope you enjoy Speculator by Doug Casey and John Hunt as much as I did. Thanks for watching. This is Nick the Mining Book Guy. Please like, share, and subscribe.